Worst outpost, Ancient Spire. Reason, gives you a false sense of happiness with its blue skies and all that. If you spawn here, you're like, aight, this is cool. But then you realize it's the outpost that's the furthest away from the best outpost, Sanctuary. Most overlooked outpost, Morrow's Peak outpost. It's in the roar, and everybody tries to avoid the roar. Most cared about outpost, Port Merrick. Nitpick. Kinda. Best non-outpost island, Mermaid's Hideaway. Reason? It's not subjective, it's a nice place. Look at that nice pond. Worst non-outpost island. Best tiny island, Laguna Whispers. Tattoos. Tattoos are hot. Worst tiny island, every single one in the Devil's Roar. Maybe not this one, it looks like a donut. Best tiny island, again, I changed my mind. Booty Isle is my favorite small island because booty. The island I committed the biggest crime, but it's aight. Fort of the Damned. Reason, it took old Boot Fort away from us, but it's aight. Best non-outpost island, again, Keel Hall Fort. Reason, every time you just say the island's name, it brings a smile to your face.
Hey, do you want to do a fort?
Yeah, sure.
There's one active right now.
Which one?
It is Keelhaul Fort.
Yeah? Best island that ain't in the main world, Maiden Voyage Island, simply because I hold the world record.
And time, 0.6 seconds.
The island that makes least sense, Cannon Cove. Where are the cannons? Are you over here? Nope. Alright, what's the worst shrine? Doesn't matter, ain't an island. This is not what the video is about. Best sea post, North Star Sea Post. Reason? That's the one that most people can actually name. Can you name any sea posts?
Buddy, no, honestly. Hold on. The North Star Sea Post, there you go.
Well, it doesn't matter because I ain't making a sea post video, I'm making an island ranking video, alright? Most unnecessary part of an island. This part on Reaper's Hideout. They're right there. The island that makes the least sense, revisited. I might possibly blow your minds right now. After over 5 years of play this game, I never realized that the rock on Cannon Cove sort of, kinda, perhaps resembles a cannon? Maybe. What I've heard is the reason that it's called Cannon Cove is that this here rock is shaped like a cannon when you look at it.
It kind of looks... Yeah, it looks like a pussy.
What? The island where you're guaranteed not to encounter another player in high seas. Maiden Voyage Island, because it's a solo island, you cannot co-op this island. The island where you're guaranteed not to encounter another player without being a smartass. Glowstone Cay, probably. It's all the way over there in the raw. The island that makes the least sense. New. Now that Cannon Cove kinda makes sense, the new crown goes to Discovery Ridge. You've been discovered. Please change your name accordingly. Already discovered Ridge. I see you. You're on the map. The island that every time you gotta visit to dig up an X marks the spot, you go, bleh. Honorable mention here is Thieves Haven. The island that every time you have to dig a treasure up on, you can't remember the name or location of it. This one. What's that island? Do you guys know? Don't.
Shark Fin Peep. Eek.
No. Do you know JMFR? No. No one knows. You want to know? Splinter's Pride.
Walsers.
Yeah. The most phallic looking island, a lookout point, no contest. A bit of a chode, innit? The island with the dumbest name, Tree Rock Isle. There's clearly more than 3 rocks here. There's one. There's another one. Here's one. Look over this. Loads of them. The island that makes the least sense, New. The Kraken Watchtower. Reason here is obvious. The Kraken can spawn anywhere. We don't need a designated spot to watch out for it. And finally, the least visited island in Sea of Thieves, Ashen Reaches. Reason being, I asked Rare, and that's what they said the least visited island was. Minus all the Tall Tale Islands, Main Voyage Island, all of that stuff, of course. Straight from Rare's mouth, Ashen Reaches, the least visited island in Sea of Thieves. Which means that you guys visit Old Faithful more than Ashen Reaches. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, the island where you're guaranteed not to encounter another player without being a smartass. revisited. Ashen Reaches, I guess. The most visited island in Sea of Thieves, Crook's Hollow. Rare told me that. Do what you must with that information. So,